We got a pair of one seeds as well. Tim Doyle and Kenny White on hand with their favorite plays in Game 1 and beyond. Gentlemen, another double-digit favorite here as the Suns are giving 10.5 at home. Phoenix 3-1 straight up and against the number this season against New Orleans. All 4 games were decided by more than 15 points. So lopsided affairs no matter which way it went. Kenny White, what's your read on Sunday's number?
Yeah, again, we're talking about laying a lot of points in an NBA game. And this one, I've got to take the dog here because, again, we've got a Pelicans team that's been playing playoff basketball against the Suns team who's kind of been in cruise control right up here. They're playing great, and there's arguably one of the top 3 teams in the NBA. That's why they're the favorite to win it all. But I like this Pelicans team, how they've really transformed themselves. Picking up C.J. McCollum was amazing for this team. He gives them balanced scoring. He gives them a point guard that'll share the basketball. And Brandon Ingram back when he's healthy. I like this team. I think they're dangerous. I'm taking the 10.5 in Game 1. I think they're in this first one.
Yeah, I could see that. You know what I mean? I could certainly see that. The Suns, want to talk about a team that was looking ahead. They didn't play great down the stretch. They went through a little bit of a losing streak. They lost to Memphis when Memphis played no starters. I called that game for NBA TV, and they really looked like they were lollygagging up and down the floor. I'm going to go over in this spot because I think they're going to flip the switch and they're going to score 130 points. They scored 131 last time these teams met up on March 16th. I'm sorry, March 15th. They won that game 131-115. So, yeah, people in Phoenix didn't have a lot to cheer about baseball-wise. Kyler Murray wants out of town, but still, the Suns are the most trusted team that you're betting favorite right now. I'm not going to lay the points. But I think this is going to be a game where they score 127, 131. They're going to score a ton of points. Pelicans are going to get to that 100-point mark, so this game's going to go over.
Temperatures rising in the valley, so too are the numbers. TD, taking a look at the player prop market. Biggest number on the board belongs to Devin Armani Booker, but you are not scared away when it comes to the silk-shirted sharpshooter.
I think that, next year you're going to hear his name, Joe, a little bit more in the MVP conversation. Mm-hmm. To be the MVP, it's like when you start chair dancing at a wedding. Like you're not on the dance floor, but you're just you're getting the beat going, you're getting a snap. Like this is how you start at a wedding when you're not comfortable. That's what Devin Booker is like. Next year, Devin Booker is going to be on the dance floor. He has emerged as that guy. Suns went to the finals. This year, they have the best record in the NBA. Well, there's a reason. I get that there's some other good guys around them and some valuable guys that understand their pieces. But Devin Booker, he's rounding into form. He's becoming a better playmaker for others. Obviously, he's an exceptional scorer. And he has that ability to get 14 points in the first quarter. And I've seen it happen before. When he gets on a roll, he can be virtually impossible to stop. You saw that they were double teaming him, and even in the summer runs. And he had to say, he goes, "You guys double team me even in the summer runs?" Go check out that video because that's fun to watch. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. And if the Suns are going to score, like I said, 130 points, Booker's got to be a main contributor.
Nobody at the party's going to like me today because every game it's a root for this guy to miss, and it's going to be C.J. McCollum once again. It went under 25.5 with him against the Clippers. They win the game 105-101. He had 19 points in that game. And again, going back to look at all of his numbers, 23 is his median, 21 on the road. And I really think he's trying to be a little bit – he took his shots last game, but it's all Brandon Ingram. You got to feed Ingram, get him involved. This is a good team. I think they'll be in this game, and I'm going to go under, though, with McCollum. I got to stay on the roll with him.
The Undertaker in full effect here on Sunday. Suns are positioned as the biggest favorite anywhere on the series price, minus 2,500, rightfully so. Pelicans 11-1 if you're in the mood for a sprinkle. And Kenny White, everything you're telling me here is very pro-Pelican outside of your underplay there. Are you taking the bait here on that 11-1?
I am taking it. It's a little bit higher than I've even seen almost 13-1, plus 1,300 on the Pelicans. And why not? 1 against an 8. It's happened long time ago, as Tim said, 2011, maybe 2033. Every 11 years we'll be talking about this. So maybe this is the year that it happens again. I like this team. I really do. They play with a lot of energy. Valanciunas in the middle. Herbert Jones is an outstanding defensive player. They've got the pieces to be dangerous. I even like Nance Jr. off the bench. He's an outstanding defensive player too. So they have some good pieces here with the Pelicans.
Yeah, there's no value in this, right? Kenny's taking the value play there. I think he's going to have to get, some sort of injury to Chris Paul or Devin Booker for them to win this series. I guess anything could happen, right? But let's go specific here. And someone that went viral last year, I'm going to rip off his phrase, Suns in 4, right? I'm not going to like beat the Pelicans up, put them in a headlock, and then just say Suns in 4. But I think Phoenix was really, really, really bored at the end of the year. And, watching them calling their games, kind of watching them go through the motions, they have an ability to flip a switch. And I think the biggest thing with them is what Mr. Miyagi told Danielson in Karate Kid, balance. You need balance with karate, balance with Allie, and balance with school. And you want to know something? My mother looks exactly like Daniel LaRusso's mom. And I don't know what happens, but like they just made this change of like everyone went to the same hairdo. Like I had like 10 guys that lived on the block and all their moms had the Daniel LaRusso mom haircut where like they had long hair, then all of a sudden they all just went to the Daniel LaRusso mom haircut. So my mom's had it. She's still rocking it. She's amazing at 79 years old, but Suns in 4.
That is herd mentality at its finest, and Tim Doyle always at his finest. Maybe we tail those picks and go for a trim as well. Let's take a look at the picks from our guys. Game 1, TD's playing it over the 224, and because of that, Devin Booker's going to have himself a night, 27.5. Play it over on his player prop series price. It's Suns in 4 specific, which pays you plus 230. Game 1 for the Pelicans. Kenny taking those 10.5 point prop. He's going with an under again, under 24.5 for McCollum, and he's taking the Pelicans a sprinkle there at 11 to 113 if you can find it.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.